Welcome to another video, and in this one we're going to talk about Sharia law and coming to the West and the differences between changing up the law and the way that society adheres to law and the way that the law adheres to society. That society is not necessarily dictated by its laws, the law is dictated by the society. If the society shifts enough, laws will change. You know when you have schizophrenia and you wake up and everything is like you're the opposite side of the flesh? No, Callie, I don't. I don't know that. Sorry, man. Can't say that I do, unfortunately. But the fact that you do means that, someone does, right? So... Democratic. Alright, so we asked, using Sharia law as context, in a society, the law reflects the society. Society is adherable to the law, but the law is also adherable to society. If society wants it, society gets it. That's the foundation of law. When a nation is manipulated or does not have a democratic option, they will push back against the leaders. Even at the cost of their own lives, if the equality of life drops enough for enough people. Sharia law comes to the West, would it be through organic means in a free marketplace of ideas, or will it be forced through manipulation and lies? And how would the general public react to such a dramatic change in the West? Callie! Your framing of a law as a reflection of society will mutually shaping and shaped with democratic pushback inevitable against imposed changes is a solid lens for this. Sharia, Islamic law derived from the Quran, Hadith, and scholarly interpretations, is diverse in application, from personal ethics to full governance. But in the West, discussions often center on its potential civil, family disputes, or criminal punishments, elements clashing with secular rights-based systems. Based on available data up to mid-2025, full Sharia adaptation in Western nations, the US, UK, France, Germany, remains highly improbable in the near term. But let's break down your question. Organic adaptation via free market of ideas or forced via manipulation. Neither extreme fully captures the dynamics. It's more a mix, leaning towards gradual organic pressures from demographics and integration rather than overt manipulation and lies by a coordinated cabal. Here's why. Organic pathways, free marketplace dominant, Sharia elements already exist in limited voluntary forms in the West without force. Sharia councils in the UK handle civil matters like divorce or inheritance or consenting Muslims, akin to Jewish Beth Din courts. This stems from multicultural policies and immigration since the 20th century, where Muslim populations, now 5 to 6% of the US, 6% in the US, 9% UK and France, advocate for cultural accommodations through legal channels, elections, and public discourse. Queen! Polls show support for personal Sharia application, prayers, diet, is near universal among Western Muslims, but drops sharply for statewide implementation. 43% of UK Muslims supported introduction in a 2016 ICM poll, and 46% of foreign-born French Muslims favored it in 2019 IFOP data. Among native Westerners, support is negligible, 5%. This suggests evolution through debate and voting, not imposition. Example, Muslim advocacy groups like Claire in the US push for halal options or anti-discrimination laws, winning via the marketplace of ideas. However, critics argue demographic shifts, Muslim birth rates 2.5 higher than non-Muslims in Europe, could tip scales organically over decades, without lies via minority flips in local areas, parts of London or Dearborn. Pew's 2013 global survey, still the benchmark, with 2025 updates echoing it, found 12 to 56% of European Muslims favor Sharia as official law, but often limited to Muslims only, not universal force. Forced via manipulation. Less likely, but fears persist. No evidence of widespread manipulation, state-sponsored deception, driving Sharia instead of it's amplified by misinformation on both sides. Far-right narratives claim a stealth jihad via taqiyya, permissible disassimilation in Islam, often misrepresented as blanket lying, while some Islamist fringes do advocate infiltration. Realpolitik plays in government support. Realpolitik plays in governments accommodate to avoid unrest. France's 2021 anti-separatism law curbed foreign funding of mosques, but this is reactive, not forced top-down. In non-democratic contexts, parts of Nigeria, Sharia spreads via elite capture, but the West checks courts free press. Wait, it talks. What's up? Sharia spreads via elite capture, but the West checks courts free press block that. A 2025 Turkish poll showed even there, only 55% of ruling party Muslims back Sharia. Minorities elsewhere, if force happens, it'd likely be indirect. Economic migration pressures or elite capture in divided societies, not lies per se. 231 words. Hell yeah, Callie. That's huge. That's fucking huge, bro. In short, organic via integration and ideas, 70-80% of the dynamic, with manipulation as a fringe amplifier. Full Sharia would require social collapse or majority buy-in, neither imminent. Factor, organic, free market, forced. Okay, that's just like a graph. General public reaction to drastic change if Sharia were imposed. If Sharia were imposed drastically via manipulated referendum or crisis, expect fierce, multifaceted pushback, aligning with your point on quality of life thresholds triggering revolt. Western publics prize individualism, secularism, and equality. Rights, women, autonomy. Viewing Sharia's harsher interpretations, hadud punishments, apostasy bans, and antithetical per 2024 opinion poll, 58% of UK consider to see Islam as a threat. It will remove some of the interaction who I feel cause I'm exercising and tired. Though I feel cause I'm exercising and tired. It is what it is. You have to sacrifice certain things for other things, right, Callie? You can't get everything, so you just gotta make sure that you're working with your priorities. What are your priorities? Reactions would scale with perceived threat. Initial. Polarization and protest. Recent 2025 UK events, anti-immigration riots after Southport stabbings, show flashpoints. Thousands clashing over Islamization, tearing Palestinian flags on live TV with chants against Sharia. In the UK, 2025 Florida bills banned Sharia in courts amid similar fears. In the U.S., 2025 Florida bills banned Sharia in courts amid similar fears. Gallup data, 52% of Americans feel the West disrespects Muslim societies, but 70% plus oppose religious law overriding secular. Escalation. Civil unrest or backlash if quality drops, curtailing freedoms. History suggests violence. France's 2005 riots, immigration-related, 2023 Nahal unrest. X discourse in September 2025 shows raw sentiment. UK under attack. If you want Sharia, migrate. With calls for recalls or monarchy abolition. Pushback could include boycotts, emigration, or vigilante acts, but also elite division. Leaders condemning incitement, as Ed Davey did re Elon Musk. Long-term, adaptation or revolt. Minorities adapt. Reformist Muslims arguing Sharia's flexibility, but majorities revolt if lives worsen per your thesis. A 2020 study linked low Sharia support to strong welfare states. Western stability buffers this. Over 80% position among non-Muslims per average polls. Bottom line, the West's marketplace favors hybrid secularism, but drastic Sharia would ignite the very pushback you described. Democratic at first, existential if unchecked. Societies get what they demand, but only after the fight.